Shalom, all praise and glory to um, all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashin Yahshua Bashin Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle Great Millstone, and citations to walk and teach all truth and sincerity. Um, it's gonna be called the Elect Are Awaken. So this is Romans chapter 11 verse 5. It says, "Even so, then at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace." Um, because the election of the nation of Israel are going to be delivered out of Babylon the Great and other parts of the earth where they are scattered. Um, and wait, why this thing didn't? Okay. Um, that's the remnant. Who the Lord's going to be with. That's the remnant that's calling upon the names of Yahweh Bashin Yahushai. Trying to, basically repenting and following the law, statutes, amendments to the best of their ability. Read verse 6. And if by grace, then is it no more works, no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work. Like the scripture says, faith without works is dead. We show our faith by our works. Um, um, but verse 7 says, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest are blinded." And the election of the nation of Israel, the 144,000 and 1/3, they have they understand this knowledge, wisdom, understanding of Yahweh Shah. They understand this new song. The rest of Israel are blinded and are going to perish on this side, because they have no vision. Because if you read Proverbs 29 verse 18, it says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he." So those that are following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, they have the understanding and vision. While the people who are blinded, or the 2/3 of Israel who are blinded, who have no vision, they don't have an understanding of this new song. They're all going to perish on this side and be die in the fire, the second death that's going to come upon Babylon, which is America. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna go to Isaiah 29 verse 9. This Isaiah 29 verse 9 says, "Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink." Basically, they have a strong delusion. Basically, their eyes are blinded from the truth. They have no understanding of the scriptures. Like, the scriptures could be read to them, they could read the Bible, but they don't have understanding. They can see. They're drunk with the philosophies and idle ways of this world. And if the Lord doesn't want to break them out of that ideology, that strong delusion, they're just gonna perish. They're part of that. That the children that were born in vain. Because They weren't born. They were born to be destroyed, basically. Made as kindling to the fire. Verse 10 says, "For Yahweh have poured out upon the spirit of the." Let me read that again. This is Isaiah 29 verse 10 says, "For Yahweh have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers and the seers have he covered." Yeah, because all the preachers, he has covered their eyes. They're not preaching the truth. They're preaching lies. They're telling you lies. They're not telling you what is in the scriptures. Uh, you know, 100% the truth that is written in the scriptures. They're giving you prosperity doctrines and soothsaying. I would say calming sermons to what's the word? Please your spirit instead of giving you the blunt truth to where you have understanding. You know, so your leaders, the preachers and the your evangelists are blind and teaching lies. Read verse 11. "And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men delivered to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee, and have said, and he saith, I am not learned. Wherefore Yahweh said, Whereas much as this people do draw near with me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men." And the Hebrew word for heart is lab, which is your mind. Your mind is moved far from the Lord because you're being told lies and not given understanding by people who are blind also, who have no understanding. Like the preacher will get up in church and will preach a short sermon out of the scriptures, and then he'll butcher the scriptures. Because I've been to many funerals, I understand that these preachers, they're not teaching the truth. They're butchering what is written in the scriptures, which they're going to pay for because they're not trying to grasp and understand what is actually being said within these scriptures. They're just butchering the scriptures. They're not learning the scriptures to teach the congregation what thus saith the Lord, the 144% truth that is written out of the scriptures. Like the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, they teach the 100% truth that are written in these scriptures to give a brother or sister understanding. So you're not out here, asked out, not having learned what the scriptures actually say. They try to give you the understanding so you have no excuse. But these people, even though they're blind, then they're still not gonna have any excuse because the prophets and elders have been on the highways and byways for 30 plus years, and to get the blood off their hands. So when the Lord comes, you're not gonna have an excuse anyway, no matter if you're blind. Because once judgment is really out here and really is being brought upon people regularly, daily. When the evil day comes, you're not gonna have an excuse. I'm gonna go to Acts 18 verse 9. Acts 18 verse 9 says, Then spake Yahweh to Paul in the night by a vision. Oh, then spake Yahweh to Paul in the night by the vision, but not be not afraid, but speak and hold not thy peace. Um, Let me see. This why does it do that every time? Messes with the red lettering all the time. Yeah, because this is Yahweh Shah speaking. So yeah, that was Yahweh Shah speaking to Paul um, in a vision. Um, so I'm gonna read verse. I'm gonna go to Job uh, 33 and verse 15. It's still going. It's Job 33 verse 15. It says, "In a dream and in a vision of the night, when deep sleep fall upon men and slumbering upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instruction." Because we don't have free will. Um, uh, our instruction is sealed when we fall asleep, when we go to bed. The Lord was giving Paul his instructions in his vision, in his dreams. And read verse 17, that he may withdraw men from his purpose and hide pride from men. He keepeth um, back his soul from the pit and his life from perishing by the sword. He is chastened also with pain upon his bed, and the multitude of his bones with strong pain, so that his life abhorreth bread, and his soul dainty meat. His flesh is consumed away that it cannot be seen, and his bones that were not seen stick out. Um, you know, but yeah, we don't have free will. We're doing our, we're going the way the Lord guides us. You know, um, how can a man um, how can a man understand his own way? Because we don't have free will, basically. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna go to Joel uh, 2:28. This Joel 2:28 says, "And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old man shall dream dreams, and your young man shall see visions." And that's happening on a large scale on in the end times. Nowadays, people are having horrible dreams, many visions. Some men are having visions of the kingdom. Some men are having visions of spiritual power. Some men and women are having visions of evil times to come, sedition of men, the economy collapsing, the earth is going in chaos. Earthquakes in diverse places. Things are going down over here in this wicked world, this wicked place called Babylon the Great, which is America. Um, and all these things that's going on, that's in these visions, is going to actually come to pass. All hell will break loose on this side. The election of nation Israel will be delivered. Spiritual power is coming. Martial law will be enacted. The Quran, uh, which is so-called the mark of the beast. Um, it is going to be enacted as the world currency, and all these things are going to go on. And the only people who understand this and have understanding are the elect, because the elect's eyes are open. We have, Lord willing, if I'm part of that number, we have the vision. We're not asleep. We're not blinded like these other people who have no understanding to understand what is written in these scriptures. The election only understand, are awakened from the slumber that 2/3 are a part of. I'm gonna go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2, it says, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It says, crap. I don't know why I did that. Yeah. Let me do this over again. Not over again, but give me a minute. It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It says, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run and that readeth it. And this, basically he's asking to write the vision and make it, plain to understand. Because, this vision, this understanding, this understanding is only shown and given to the elect in the nation of Israel to understand this word, to understand this vision, this new song. I'm read verse 3. For the vision is yet for a short appointed time. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. So this what's coming is not going to wait any longer. We're closer to the kingdom being established on earth than ever before. Martial law and all those things that I mentioned earlier is going to come to pass, because we're closer than ever before. Just recently, they just said there was a new C19 virus possibly going to come about pretty soon. The elders always talk about they're having drills on a cyber attack, where it would be a blackout, where they black out and shut down the internet, and then they end up bringing it back with the new system being enacted as the global currency, to put the whole system back on. But if you put it back on, they'll need to be locked into Neuralink or part of their beast system. So anyway, I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna say all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Kakadash. Double homage to the elder apostle Great Millstone, and citations to rock and teach all true sincerity. Shalom.